I've been out in the States for a little bit now, and I've been meeting all kinds of actors, and there are people getting picked up by huge management companies just for having a bunch of comedy sketches that is doing well on Instagram. Just Dude, Instagram.
I don't think people get it. I really don't think people still get it. I think that's happening, but then people hear it and they have the whole, yeah, but that couldn't happen to me. That's just an anomaly. And that's old time thinking, because back in the day, that would be like a lightning striking thing. But I do feel like if you put in the work and it's consistent, because it's not going to be one thing. Like you were saying, there are people with sketch shows are probably putting out like lots of stuff on a regular basis. But you can access an audience and yeah, then make it to the big time through that.
Yeah.
And a lot of these management companies and even networks and studios, they have people whose job it is solely to go on YouTube and go on Instagram and find this stuff. Like, it's a job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I mean, this is the other thing. The thing that gets in the way of all this, I think, for everybody, and also including myself, and I'm sure you've experienced a bit of this yourself at times, is like perfection of an execution, right?
No.
Yes, Dash, yeah. Lie through your teeth, damn it.
That's what this gap's for, man. That's what that's for.
Truth comes out of that.
That's to lie through that part. That's all it is. I literally will lie through my teeth. I can do it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, me and Sam Jackson got that down.
Yeah. I watched the other guys last night, and I forgot how amazing and funny him and The Rock are.
That intro is the best. It's the best
intro of a film I've watched. I just totally forgot how.
When Foo Fighters plays at the end, and it bigs them up, and you're like, "Oh, this is gonna be awesome," and then it just.
Everybody go watch the other guys. Some serious good comedy, love. But basically, yeah, look, the thing is, like, just pick up a camera and go. Like, there is just nothing stopping you. Every smartphone has a decent camera now these days. Like, get it. Like, look, let's like hit it on the nose. Like, we're talking about you doing this podcast right now and how you're operating right now. Just start with what you got and just let it build with where it's going to be. Who the hell knows? Like, just
it's get and see what happens. And the idea is hopefully it's entertaining and inspiring to a handful of people, and maybe it goes somewhere. And look, point blank, I also know that I enjoy doing it, whether anything comes of it. And I'm not stupid. I get that it could potentially open up from a branding perspective and lets me talk to people that otherwise I might not other. Like, I'm not selfless. I also have selfish motives, and I'm very candid about that. But it's also, a good chance to talk to people that I enjoy talking to, that I think can add value. And just doing it, like, if you watch Joe Rogan's early podcasts, everybody looks at it now and they're like, "Oh my God, Joe Rogan." And yeah, awesome. But his early podcasts are him talking to his friends using webcams. A lot of it's like terribly lit, but he just did it. And now, look where he's at. And
yeah.
That's the same with anything.
Everything. Like, every filmmaker starts out like, most of the time with shots that don't look so great, or sound that is, try and get the best sound you can, but like sound that may not be too great. Maybe actors want the best. Doesn't matter. Like, the point is that you can pick up and go and start creating right now. Like, you could do it right now. Like, just decide to come up with an idea, think, oh, you find that kind of funny. Oh, this would be kind of interesting to explore. And then just ask whoever's interested. Email is easy. Text someone. Get some people together and just shoot something for fun, and just do it for fun and in curiosity to learn the medium and how it really works, and furthermore to progress yourself within it. Like, that is it. I mean, look, my story with a film that me and my friend Lauren went into way back when, like 2013. It's called Pendulum. I'm going to plug it. You can find it on Dust.
I'll link it.
You can link it out. We went out, and that was a feature. It did become a short film. We went out completely. We were almost blind to filmmaking, really. She just came up to me in an acting film course at the Actors Temple, that one I was talking about before, and she was like, "Oh, you've got some like editing technical skills. You're a great actor. We're playing this relationship as boyfriend and girlfriend in this. We're really good together. Let's make a film." I was like, "Yeah."
Surprise!
complete. Yeah, I had no idea. Like, I just said yes, right? She said yes, and it became this monstrous, huge thing that was
See,
like, what the
acting
hell?
acting informs life. It's that whole acting and improv thing of always say yes and when you do, look where you can go with it, right?
I
Um,
mean, where we went with it. I mean, we should talk about that experience. We should definitely.
we need to do another thing where it's just about, I think, the creation of projects, going through the process of things like festivals, and just focusing on that for people who just want to focus
There's a
on
lot of
that and that alone.
lessons.
Because yeah, but that is how it works. I mean, the project we first did, Color Me Gray, which won't ever see the light of day because the person who set it up
Yeah.
refuses to put it out there, which I understand. But
Everyone bother Adam Lyons to get that out. Thanks.
exactly, he won't care.
See,
But that came from a joke. Like, him and I went to watch a gig, a band called Happy Daggers, and a track came on, and it had like a bit of a funky beat to it, and him and I were just kind of like bopping like a bunch of idiots. And then it's like a moment where we just looked at each other, and then it was like, oh, imagine if like this guy was in a car with this song playing, driving to a gas station, and then we just like in the concert came up with this random concept, and the gas station was going to then explode at the end because Adam likes to blow stuff up and destroy things. But it was a joke. It was a complete, just like 60-second creative brain fart at a gig that then became a short film slash TV pilot script that then we filmed with everybody from the studio, that then ended up getting me taking it to the film market in LA and pitching it,
you
and
went to
almost getting
AFI.
and going to the AFI, not knowing what I was doing because I've never pitched like that before, rubbing shoulders with some pretty big people, and some people, and getting meetings, and like some of them wanted to actually have us pitch it to different places here back in the UK. And at that point, I looked at Adam and I was like, well, this came from the kernel of us being plebs in a gig a year and a half ago. And it's like the joke that just kept going and went too far. But sometimes that's all it takes. You got to
Yeah.
take a ball and run with it. That's what I guess took you to India. And if you don't do it and don't start, you just
Man,
you know what's going to happen if you don't.
get all these golden nuggets, the best lessons when you just jump into something that is extremely uncertain. You just got to really just go for it. Like, if you think that you need to know something before you execute it, you're wrong. You just got to do it.
That's ego, right? Don't you think?
Yeah. It's just, it's reframing. It's just like, it's really fun to learn on the job. I get to learn on the job. Like, that's amazing. Like, I get to do that.
Well, that's why you get to be an actor and want to, I think, in part, at least me, because you get to do and experience things you otherwise wouldn't in many walks of life. And you get to try different things on a reasonably regular basis. So you're having experiences. There's that shoulder roll for some ABBA love for you.
Love it.
That you wouldn't get to do. And like, why not? We're only here once. Newsflash to people. Like, people could hit the nuke button, or coronavirus could fuck us all up.